Having said that, I'm gonna create a security group for this EC2 instance.
There is.
Yeah,
So can we use like the one security group for different instance?
that's right. You can do that. Depending on the what type of protocols you require, what type of port numbers you want to keep open, you can do that. No issues. Okay. So you can give a name of the security group and description. I'm gonna keep it to default as of now. And the SSH, that is secure shell, it's a form of TCP protocol that works on the port number 22. So port number 22 it works on, and I'm gonna enable it for the traffic coming from my computer. So any traffic that comes from my computer targeting port number 22 of the EC2 instance should be allowed. Okay. Now after that I'm gonna enable HTTP protocol that I will keep it open from internet. Anyone, you and me, can access the EC2 instance via the HTTP protocol in order to access a web application. There is a secure HTTP, that is HTTPS. I can enable that as well to be allowed for the traffic coming from anywhere on the internet. So this is the IP address of internet 0.0.0.0/0. Okay. And
So any is a good way to keep the source. Any instead of like putting like individual.
uh,
I'm talking about the source.
yeah,
Like
source is like SSH is basically pertaining to the team of administrators who manage the EC2 instance. So it requires a specific range. So that's the reason I'm giving my IP. But HTTP, if you have a website hosted on your EC2 instance, that can be accessed by anyone on the internet.
so I mean for the real world, which one is the like the good way to you have to put like individual 3 or 4 or just put any.
No,
If
no.
you do any, you have to put 3 or 4, right? Like TTP, TTPS.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
if you do just any for the first one, the first source.
if you put anywhere,
Yeah, anywhere. I mean, anywhere.
anywhere, it will take the IP address of the internet. That means whole internet would be able to administer the EC2 instance using SSH protocol, which I do not want. So I will keep it to my IP in order to make my EC2 instance more secure. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah.
You still have doubt?
So as per the requirement, or is this just you do it by your own thought? Like you have 3 different sources like SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS. This is
Yeah.
for the 3 different for the 3 different, right?
That's right. So the special cases will be discussed by your managers who will tell you that which all protocols you are allowed to keep open. Okay. So it depends on scenario to scenario. So at this point of time, these three protocols are enough: SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS. Now I click on review and launch, and I'm gonna launch the instance. So these are the choices that I have made. I can edit them on the fly. So I can edit the security groups. I can edit the instance details, storage, tags, everything can be edited. And if I'm good with the choices that I have made, I will simply click on launch. Now, the moment you remember we created one key pair yesterday. So but in that was in Mumbai region. We did not create any in North Virginia. So
You know what?
I'm gonna create a new one.
So I think the reason and the keys are work for like the specific reason, right? I think they didn't work for the different reason.
That's right. If you have created a key pair in Mumbai region, you can only use it in Mumbai. You cannot use it outside Mumbai. Okay. Now I'm gonna create a new key pair. I will give it North Virginia, and I will say download key pair, and I will say launch the instance. So if somebody asks me what if you lose the key pair, will you still be able to access the EC2 instance? So the answer is yes. but that is a workaround. First, you should never lose your key pair. But yes, in rarest of the rare cases, if you lose it, do not worry. You would still be able to you will still be able to access an EC2 instance. The answer for that is you will first have to go in Actions and create an image out of this EC2 instance, and from that image you will be able to derive an exactly the same EC2 instance, and to that EC2 instance you can give a new key pair.
So in the real work, so we're keeping those on certain in some folder, or we just leave it like that.
No, no, those the key pairs you are talking about.
Yeah, the keepers and yeah.
Yeah, the key pairs, we are keeping it very safe. We are keeping it in a dedicated folder. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the server is getting ready right now. This is the public IP of my EC2 instance. Now, yesterday we were dealing with Windows instance. We downloaded the key pair that was .pem file, and .pem file worked very well in case of Windows instance. However, that is not the case in the Linux instance. In the Linux instance, we need to convert PEM into PPK file. Okay. So what is the reason for that? Because the client that we use, PuTTY does not understand PEM. It only understands PPK file. So how do we convert the PEM file into PPK file? So there is a software available for that, and the name of that software is PuTTyGen. So both PuTTY and PuTTyGen you can download from internet free of cost. Okay, so here I have got both the softwares available, PuTTY and PuTTyGen. So first, in order to convert the PEM file into PPK file, I'm gonna use PuTTyGen. I say load, and I'm gonna load the PEM file that I just downloaded. So the name of the PEM file is North Virginia. So yeah, here it is, northvirginia.pem, and I will say open, and I'm gonna save it. So when I save it, it will be saved as a PPK file. So I'm gonna save it as North Virginia on my local desktop. So this is my local desktop. I hit save, and you can see that it has been saved here as a PPK file. It has been saved as a PPK file, and let me see if my EC2 instance is ready. Yes, it is ready. It's in green. 2x2 checks have been performed. So that means I can connect to my EC2 instance right now. So all I have to do is go to PuTTY. I click on PuTTY.
What is that 2x2 check means?
2x2 checks is basically like before creating any EC2 instance, it performs some checks on the Amazon data center, like the machine on which we are creating the virtual machine. Everything is fine with that virtual machine. Networking is proper, AMI is proper, configuration is proper. So those checks which are performed at the Amazon's data center end are called status checks. There are two types of them. One is system status check and the other is instance status check.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, having said that, I will open PuTTY, and in PuTTY, I will type the username as Ubuntu @ I will copy the public IP, that is this one, and I paste it here. Then after that, I go in SSH authentication, and I browse for the PPK file, the North Virginia PPK file, which is right here. I say open and open again, and that's it. My EC2 instance is ready, running on the operating system that is Ubuntu. So right now I'm changing the font settings. I am making the text bigger so that everyone can watch. Okay. So this is the Ubuntu operating system that we have. So if I run the command lsblk, it says currently we have 8 gigabytes of storage in it. Okay. So everyone is clear with how to, yesterday we saw how to create a Windows server, and today we have seen how to create a Linux server. Everyone okay with that, or you have got any questions? Please let me know.
So on Linux, it should be only on command, because on Windows we didn't use commands, right? You just do by like the everything's.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So,
Windows,
yeah.
yeah, Windows is GUI based. So you have got nice looking interface. You click on that and you perform the task. But Linux is command line based. So everything is command oriented. You have to learn some commands and issue those commands.
So
So
should we
Dheeraj,
go ahead download the Linux OS?
Yeah, Anu?
Yeah, should we go ahead download Linux OS?
No, no, not really. So this is the Linux OS right now.
Yeah.
So this Ubuntu is Linux OS. Red Hat, it is Linux OS. There are different flavors of Linux available in the market. Red Hat is one of them, Ubuntu, Fedora, then CentOS, SUSE Linux, and we have Amazon
Debian.
Linux, so many flavors are there. So you want to update it to the latest version, you run the command sudo yum update -y, or that is for Red Hat Linux. So when you are on Ubuntu, you get to run sudo apt get update. So it's gonna update it with all the latest packages, okay, the operating system. So that is how we create the Linux EC2 instance. And so we have understood what exactly an AMI is, Amazon Machine Image. We have understood, we have followed all the nitty-gritties about AMI. Then these are some use cases. I showed you, like you want something like SAP HANA, which is one of the most expensive softwares out there in the market. But with Amazon, you can get it for as less as $0.163 per hour, which is quite less, right? So there are some other AMIs which are available. You want some Oracle database, you want to go with Gemalto, Trend Micro for antivirus. Everything comes pre-installed with an operating system in an AMI. So all the big IT companies have got tie-ups with AMIs. You do not have to worry about the licensing part. It's being taken care by Amazon. Okay, so demonstration I have already given to you for both Microsoft and Linux. Now we also talked about the security group, right? We talked about the security groups. It acts as a virtual firewall. So I shared the complete nitty-gritties with you for the security group.
I thought on even on the Linux that may pop up, brings the same the new window, like window, instance, like like a window.
No,
I'm
no.
thinking on.
It would not give you GUI. It would only give you the command line interface.
So for the window, right? We just connect it and it just pop up the new window, and then we know that now the instance was ready, right? On the Linux, how you know that now everything's ready? Now it's good to go for.
So if you see here,
Yeah, on this one. So how you know? So what will be the next process? Like
it gives you this message, welcome to Ubuntu. Okay, so this shows that it's all good. If you get this message, welcome to Ubuntu, it means you have connected it successfully.
So does the comments have some kind of rules, like should be followed by like step by step, because on like suppose in SQL, query have certain rules, you have to follow. Only that can run, on the same way. Does the commands have like that kind, or we just?
Yeah, that's right. Even Linux has got a set of protocols that I will share with you. So it has to be done in the similar fashion.
Yeah, because the all the comments looks pretty new for me, because I never use those kind of comments in basic, in basic life.
Yeah, that's right. So it's good that you are getting extra exposure to Linux commands because in the job interview, this will play wonders for you, and it will fetch you a good job if you have Linux knowledge.